After David Corenswet's Superman sets the scene for James Gunn's revamped DC Universe, all eyes will be on Millie Alcock as she prepares to fly into the superhero world as Supergirl or Kara Zor-El, Supergirl. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Woman of Tomorrow will hit theaters almost a year after the upcoming Superman, and while there isn't much known about the movie, fans are keeping their hopes up high, especially since she is a more jaded character than her Kryptonian cousin. It has been months since filming began for the movie, and it looks like we just got the first look at Millie Alcock's version of the superhero. As footage from the set of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow makes rounds on the internet, we can't help but wonder where the iconic red cape is. Millie Alcock's Supergirl has fans squinting. Did the cape vanish, or is James Gunn just keeping it under wraps for some post-production magic? In the video, Alcock can be seen dressed in a comic-accurate Supergirl suit as the titular character. She is standing on top of what looks like a military vehicles. After David Corenswet's Superman sets the scene for James Gunn's revamped DC Universe, all eyes will be on Millie Alcock as she prepares to fly into the superhero world as Supergirl or Kara Zor-El. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow will hit theaters almost a year after the upcoming Superman, and while there isn't much known about the movie, fans are keeping their hopes up high, especially since she is a more jaded character than her Kryptonian cousin. It has been months since filming began for the movie, and it looks like we just got the first look at Millie Alcock's version of the superhero. As footage from the set of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow makes rounds on the internet, we can't help but wonder where the iconic red cape is. While the video by @UnboxPhD is quite blurry to really make out what's going on, fans noticed a lack of the iconic red cape from the actress's costume. From the looks of it, it seems as if the cape is either tucked into her costume or is a much smaller version of the real thing, and the rest might be added in as CGI. As one user pointed out, in the video, Alcock can be seen dressed in a comic-accurate Supergirl suit as the titular character. She is standing on top of what looks like a military vehicle. Filming for Supergirl began in January 2025. By the time February came to an end, The Hollywood Reporter revealed that filming was halfway done. According to Production Bulletin, via CBR, it will continue until May. With about 2 months left until the movie apparently wraps things up, someone has released footage from its set, giving us our first real look at Millie Alcock's Kara Zor-El. Woman of Tomorrow is going to be the second movie in Gunn's Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, and naturally, there are a lot of expectations for it. However, as far as the boss man is concerned, it is the perfect follow-up to David Corenswet's Superman. So far, it seems like James Gunn has hit the mark when it comes to her supersuit. With the famed red skirt and cape combination, Alcock looks like she has leapt straight out of the comic book pages. So far, it seems like James Gunn has hit the mark when it comes to her supersuit. With the famed red skirt and cape combination, Alcock looks like she has leapt straight out of the comic book pages. Fans do not need to worry about Alcock's Supergirl missing the most beloved part of the suit, as we can clearly see a proper, flowing red cape in another leak by the same person. Check it out. Speaking to Omelette.com, Gunn stated that while he didn't exactly plan for Supergirl to be the second movie in his roster, it only felt right to follow Superman's rhythm and come out with whatever would be as high quality as it. After Ana Nogueira came up with a brilliant script and they hired Craig Gillespie as director, it only made sense for Supergirl to take the second spot on the list. Gunn stated, "I didn't necessarily know that Supergirl would be the second film we would make, but Ana Nogueira wrote an incredible script, and then we hired an incredible director, and we're going to make this film after Superman, because he was the best option. Other films were written, but they weren't as good as this one. So let's continue with this rhythm. Everything has to be good. Quality comes first in every project we do. And this is more important than telling a grandiose mega-narrative." With the movie taking shape one step at a time, it's clear that Gunn isn't just churning out project after project. He is taking his time to ensure that quality remains a top priority at DCU, and honestly, we couldn't respect him more for this. James Gunn has finally done it. Even Henry Cavill's fans are excited about the upcoming DCU Superman film, and the WB execs couldn't be happier. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Warner Bros. Pictures CEOs Mike DeLuca and Pam Abdi are reportedly more than pleased with how things are unfolding. From casting to tone to story direction, it looks like DC finally has a game plan, and it's one that might just silence the noise and unite the fandom, old and new. James Gunn has been putting in serious work to revamp the DC universe, and the results are finally speaking for themselves. For a while, the DC fanbase, especially the fiercely loyal Henry Cavill supporters, weren't exactly thrilled about the new direction. Losing Cavill as Superman left a Krypton-sized hole in their hearts, and they weren't shy about letting Warner Brothers know it. But tides are turning. With David Corenswet stepping into the cape and Gunn's clear vision for Superman, even the most skeptical fans are starting to lean in. Early buzz around the project is strong, and it seems like Gunn is building a Superman story that respects the legacy while bringing in something fresh. Now, one interesting fact is that this revival didn't just start when James Gunn and Peter Safran officially took the reins at DC. According to Warner Brothers Pictures co-chairman Mike DeLuca, the plan was already in motion. He revealed in a chat with Deadline. At this year's CinemaCon, the Superman trailer sparked major buzz. And for the first time in a long while, fans old and new were feeling that the iconic S stands for something again. For years, DC fans have been craving the version of the universe they were promised. After being let down by a series of misfires, studio shakeups, and behind-the-scenes drama, the dream of a cohesive, inspiring DC universe seemed like it was slipping away. But now, there's real hope on the horizon. Because after a long time, it feels like it's not just another reboot, it's the heart and soul of the new DCU. This one's built with purpose, rich character depth, and a real understanding of what makes Superman more than just a guy who can lift planets. Yes, we hired James in secret to start his Superman script before they took the job. That's how confident they were in Gunn's creative vision. Even before he had the keys to the entire DC kingdom, the studio believed he was the right person to reimagine the Man of Steel. And they weren't wrong. I love Superman. I think James Gunn has crushed it. It's got tons of his trademark heart and humor, and the action is jaw-dropping. It's the Superman I grew up with, so I get choked up when I watch it. I think it's so epic and visually arresting and emotional. The performances are great. It is a 5-star movie to me, and I can't wait for the world to see it. Yeah, we're really excited about Superman. James crushed it. David Corenswet brings a fresh face and emotional weight to the role, while the story promises to spotlight Clark Kent's humanity just as much as his heat vision. Further doubling down on his claim, DeLuca said, with James Gunn's trademark mix of heart and epic world-building, plus the full support of studio execs who are clearly betting big, this Superman isn't set to score big. He's carrying the weight of a rebooted universe ready for a fresh start. And for the first time in ages, it looks like DC might actually be getting it right. Superman is set to be released on the 11th of July 2025. Tom Cruise may be saying goodbye to his Mission Impossible franchise this May, but if rumors are true, he will make his grand entry into another franchise 2 months after that. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. As James Gunn